Hi everyone, I hope all of you guys are doing well. So this morning I'm going to just talk about a few things, few intangible things that I feel are very important for UPSC preparation, for any kind of exam preparation. You could be a class 12th student, 11th student, you could be a college student, you could be a student in masters, or you could be a working professional. But if you are thinking of appearing for some sort of a competitive exam, or thinking of just improving your studies overall, improving your performance even as an athlete, I think these things, these intangible things, which no one can teach you but you can only inculcate yourself, are very important, both in the short term and in the long term. First thing I believe that a lot of people underestimate is discipline. If you look at any successful people, any people who over the years have built very big private companies or public companies, over the years who have done well as civil servants, over the years who have done in their well in their disciplines, it could be as a doctor, engineer, it could be anything, even as an NGO activist. I think discipline is very important. Just sheer hard work day in and day out, sheer focus on what your goals are, and sheer determination that every day you wake up, you plan, you sit down, you understand your goals, and then you rework it if you feel that success is not coming, you are not getting any improvement. So that is the discipline. Discipline means that you don't leave anything unturned. Discipline means that you don't just let anything go quickly. You sustain your hard work, you persist, and you do it consistently, day after day. Now that does not mean that sometimes we will have our off days. That does not mean sometimes we will have our bad days. In fact, even me, I have a lot of bad days. Sometimes in the morning I don't want to wake up and go for a workout. Sometimes I don't even want to go to office because I have had very intense schedule in the last 5-6 days. I want to rest. Sometimes I just want to take a break. Now that does not mean that you're breaking from your discipline. That just means that sometimes obviously this exhaustion comes over you, and it also means that you need to kind of treat your mind with something that is not your work, because all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. You know, that saying is there. So I think discipline does not mean that you never take breaks, you never entertain your brain, or you never have some recreational activities that help you to rejuvenate your cells in your mind. What it means is, discipline means is that you understand that on a long term you have to work for something. You know, I always give this example that if you're training for a marathon, it is not going to happen overnight. You are not going to become a marathon champion overnight. It has to be done over a long period of time, sustained effort, sustained hard work. You have to train maybe 1 kilometer the first day, second day you will be 1.5 kilometers, third day you will be maybe 4 kilometers. Like this you have to improve kilometer by kilometer, sometimes meters by meters. So same way I feel it is very important that in discipline you realize when you are trying to be disciplined, you don't have to make big leaps. You don't need to do 10 chapters in a day. You start with a few pages and slowly build over it. So the first must for a successful person in their lives is a discipline, and it could be in any field. Even as a civil servant, after you've qualified for civil services, after you finish your training, you will require to be so disciplined in your life, because initially in the first 5 years, see, this is my 5th year of service, and I have realized that if I don't have disciplined working style, even as an IAS officer, then I could face a lot of flack. You know, I could face a lot of criticism, because people are watching, because you are required to perform, and it's fun, it's a good thing. You enjoy your work because you are doing your job, number one, and number two, participating in nation building in a way. So it's a service at the end of the day. So I believe that first of all you need to have this mindset that I have to inculcate discipline. And how to inculcate discipline? Well, do something, create a habit. Like James Clear has written in his book, if you do something for 30 days continuously, then it becomes very easy to adopt that as a habit. So you could do that. You could adopt something that you have been wanting to do. Now see, New Year is coming. 2023 will be very soon upon us, just in 2-3 months. Don't wait for the new year. Your new year resolution should happen today, because your life should look disciplined, not just for the next 1 year, 2 years. It should look disciplined for the next many years to come. So I feel like it's never too late. You don't have to wait for tomorrow. Small steps, but start today. Small steps, but start today. Whatever it is, small steps, but start today. And once you start, I always feel, if you want to do something that you are finding hard to do, you have to just start. Now the second thing that is very important is consistency. I feel like With discipline, consistency is also needed. So it could happen that you are very disciplined in your lifestyle, but you are not maintaining a certain consistency in the kind of work you are doing. You're studying, you're working out, whatever it is. It is very important that you're consistent. You're consistently improving a little bit and you're tracking your improvement. Because the competition is so much nowadays that you can't just rely on, just working and then expecting results. You have to be a little smart about it. So you have to see improvement. So for example, if you're doing answer writing, if you're doing, let's say, previous year questions, you want to see an improvement. If you have studied polity and you were able to do 5 questions correctly last time, then you should be able to do 10 questions correctly this time. I never used to hesitate from doing the same questions over and over, because that would help me to figure out whether I'm understanding the topic even more. I should not just know the answer. I should know the why behind the answer. So all this is part of this improvement, this consistency you want to inculcate, and this improvement you want to see in your preparation day after day. And the third thing I would like to tell all of you is that it is very important. I think it is something that a lot of people underestimate, is the fact that don't just listen to others' advice when you have your heart set on something. See, listening to other people's advice and making decisions purely on that basis is a very, very bad choice, because the other people don't know what you want. Sometimes a lot of people will discourage you, will doubt your choices. I was lucky that my parents did not doubt my choice to try to be in the civil services, but definitely there were people around me, I'm sure, who were talking behind my back and be like, how can someone, it's not easy to crack IAS. In fact, you will hear a lot of people say that. But the difference between an aspirant who qualifies and the aspirant who doesn't is simply discipline, consistency, and just understanding the syllabus really well and practicing. These 4 things are like the 4 pillars of UPSC preparation. And I feel like that if you keep listening to others and keep ignoring your own heart, a lot of times I actually interact with aspirants. They tell me, sir, वहाँ से मेरे को ऐसा पता चला है, उन्होंने मुझे ऐसा बताया, sir, they have told me this, they have told me take this optional because it is good, they have told me do this. No, you have to learn how to be self-dependent. Once you get selected into civil services, no one is going to handhold you. You have to be dependent on your own judgment to be able to take good calls for the people. So similarly, when you are an aspirant, you have to be dependent on your own analysis of the syllabus of previous year questions and all these things to be able to make your own decisions. What is the correct way of preparing for you? Don't leave it on someone else. Of course, learn from toppers. Of course, learn from some people who you admire, from whom you get good tips that could probably work for you. But don't blindly follow anyone and don't blindly follow anyone's advice. Use your common sense. That's what I would say. Hope you guys are going to have a good Sunday. If you need to take a break today, take a break today. But continue with discipline, with consistency, without too much relying on someone, but using your own common sense and using your own analysis of things that will make you a better person in the long term. That is what the whole motive of this channel is, to make everyone stronger in the long term. Hopefully, with some of the experiences I have, share them with you and help us make a better country, make a better nation. Thank you, take care, and see you soon. Bye.